Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. Just a couple of updates regarding the Snyder Cut. Yes, more stuff is coming out. Even though we did not get anything at San Diego Comic-Con, a lot of people were bummed out, but we're still getting some stuff. But interestingly enough, a lot of these things were actually already online on Vimeo like months ago, and people are just finding about it now for some other reason. But we did, and once we did, Warner Brothers decided to take them all down. So if you were the lucky few who were able to catch those videos, lucky for you. Other than that, there's GIFs everywhere on Twitter, so go ahead and take a look at that. Now, what am I talking about here? What am I talking about is that Victor Stone winning the football match, turning around and looking at his mom. All finished VFX. That's right. You see the green screen and it swipes past and it's all the VFX of the crowd is there. And I think that's the first time we actually see his mom in live action other than a picture. And that would probably be such a moving moment because we know that Victor Stone's looking for his dad and his dad is busy working and his mom is there who probably get into a car accident that night would probably be my guess, which is pretty emotional. Something that's missing from Justice League. That whole mother and son moment, and also the father being missing from his son's life. And that type of moments were missing from the Justice League. But it is possibly in the Snyder Cut, and it looks like they took that out. A completely finished scene taken out. Very, very sad. I'm just very disappointing in all of those cases. And also, another VFX reel showed a little bit more from Bruce Wayne meeting Arthur Curry for the first time. Someone's holding up a card that says Bruce Wayne. That's pretty much it. And maybe one more second from Arthur Curry grabbing Bruce Wayne and pushing him against the wall. It's very small, but every little second counts just to add up to what could have been a real more fleshed out Snyder Cut story. That's all I'm saying. But that's not all. I mean, there's still more coming out. Sam at Team JVS went to San Diego Comic-Con and he got to interview Mark McClure. Now, he kind of told me about this during San Diego Comic-Con and he said he was going to post a video on it. He finally did. I'll link it down in the description below. But I want you guys to go listen to the full interview. But the basic of this is that Mark McClure's scenes, now he was the old Jimmy Olsen back in the Superman Donner days, but his scenes were cut out. His scenes that Zack Snyder shot were cut out, and Joss Whedon came in. Jeff Johns still wanted him to play a certain part in the story, and so Joss Whedon put him in as a prison guard. But he was originally a cop, and he was originally in the battle at the Superman Memorial area where the Superman statue was. He was there with Ray Fisher as Victor Stone as Cyborg fighting Superman. And get this, guys, get this. Apparently that was supposed to be towards the beginning of the movie. Like first act of the movie? That's really, really early on. What a surprise. How big is this movie? If it was supposed to be 3 hours and 30 minutes, you bet your butt it was more towards the beginning rather than where it was in the film. So I've got to say, there's a huge battle there that we totally, totally missed out on, as we can actually see it in the trailers where Cyborg defends and helps Mark McClure's character from getting destroyed by a flaming tank. He gets in there real quick and bounces it off and says, "You better move." That part had Mark McClure, his original scene, cut out. Zack Snyder's scenes were cut out. So very, very annoying. I'm really at dismay for that. But, a lot of people are saying, well, this is quite something. What does that mean? Does that add to the more that the Snyder Cut exists? We already knew it exists. We just didn't know how much VFX was done. Unless VFX is being done, currently. If that Vimeo clip was released 3 months ago, it's still this year. Are they still working on? Were they still working on it after the movie was released, right in the beginning of 2018? And a lot of people were thinking, well, what does that mean? Does that mean is some sort of extended cut, a director's cut that may be coming out, not necessarily a Snyder cut? Who knows at this point? I am hoping for the Snyder Cut, and that's what I'm wishing for. I have not. I've tempted. I'm looking at, and I found my tinfoil cap, and I'm tempted to put it on, but not quite yet. I think there's more stuff that may be coming out, and I encourage you to keep watching Twitter and seeing if any more things show up. And something apparently kind of big is happening tomorrow. Daniel R at Daniel RPK had put out, he hinted that there's some big news that we'd be all happy about coming tomorrow. Of course, Jeremy Conrad's kind of squashed that, saying that there's not a big news. It's an article, it's not an announcement or anything. And then everybody just got all over it. We got this covered, all these other sites, BatmanNews.com. Warner Brothers making an announcement about the Batman tomorrow. And it just grew, and a lot of people are freaking out right about now because we all want Ben Affleck to be Batman. We all want to know who's going to be Batman. Is it Matt Reeves the Batman? Are they going to announce anything? Jeremy Conrad had said that they're not going to make any movie announcements until after the initial movies have been played out. Daniel RPK finally answered 38 minutes ago from this video. WTF. That's not what I was saying. I heard that some news about it will be up today, but not like that. Someone I know is writing a story about it, but it's not an announcement of any kind. So, who knows? Is it some kind of big trade? Is it Variety, the Hollywood Reporter, who are more rumor mongering again? Or what's going to happen with Ben? Are we going to see words Ben Affleck is the Batman and Matt Reeves the Batman? I mean, he said it was supposed to be make us happy. I don't know if I would be happy if I hear that another person is playing Batman. I'll probably accept it later on, but I'll be in quite a shock if Ben Affleck is still not the Batman for the future universe. So I'm really looking forward to it, although I'm going to be on another island with very crappy cell service. So hopefully I get to see whatever's happening before I get on the plane. And then I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope it comes out really early, or early in the morning at least, for me to take a look at it, put my tinfoil hat if there's any need be, and stuff like that. But if you guys are here for the Snyder Cut movement, there is going to be a new thing going. It's kind of in the line of what Comic Movie Marks had suggested about doing a snail mail. I've got in touch with Chris and Fiona, and they are planning something later on to be a more scheduled mail out. That way we can plan having piles of mail on the desks of any of those officials at Warner Brothers, so that they can actually look at it and open it up and seeing what the heck, why are we being bombarded with snail mail all of a sudden. And at that time, I'll probably there will be a date for every territory, so that they will time it so that all the snail mail will go there. More details will be coming soon forth for the people who are heading this new type of thing we're doing for the Release the Snyder Cut movement. There's also some things that Fiona's working on, so be on the lookout for that. She kind of hinted at me, and some pretty incredible stuff, and I can't wait to hear more about it or see more details about it and be more involved with that matter. But once again, yes, the Snyder Cut movement is still alive and well. There are some people who are boycotting things and or giving up, but I haven't given up, and a whole lot of us haven't given up, and I think we can still continue to fight until Warner Brothers decides to have the courage to come out and not be silent about it. Come out with a name, with official name, in a Variety or Hollywood Reporter article, whatever, to come out and say, hey, this is what's happening. Just like how they did when the Donner Cut came out. Warner Brothers actually made an official statement about it. That's what we're looking for, and hopefully we'll get it soon. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year. Who knows? But we're going to keep asking for it until they give us a real official answer. All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.